Michael Sito, the great Canadian forensic psychologist, has said, "We are living through the largest unregulated social experiment of all time, a generation of kids who've been exposed to extreme content online." Now, in terms of extreme content, I work with Europol. I'm the academic advisor in psychology to Europol, and I'm also an observer to the Interpol Specialist Group for Crimes Against Children. And if I can remain optimistic about the internet, believe me, anybody can. My approach is that this is a collective responsibility. It's too easy, it's facile just to say parents are responsible for what their children do. If a child is exposed to this content, to me, that is an abuse of the child. And who is responsible for that? A child has a right to childhood. A child has a right to innocence. How can they maintain that when they're looking at these extreme images? And if we're talking about the developed world, at least we've got some resources, our helplines, our hotlines, or social workers that actually could help the children. What about the developing world? They're going to jump straight to very sophisticated technology, but no resources to actually help or to protect children in this way. So effectively, whether it's the caregiver of the child, whether it's the device manufacturer, or the internet service provider, or the website that hosts the content, or the entity that generates the content, all of them are involved in the abuse of a child if a child accesses information. And guess what? Some of them are actually making money from the abuse of a child. So if we think about this, we're here, a UN forum to actually celebrate 70 years, the Hague talks. If we think about Article 19 of the UN Convention on the Rights of Children, effectively it says that authorities are responsible for ensuring the healthy mental and physical development of the child. Exposure to this legal but extreme content impacts on the positive mental health of the child. And specifically, in terms of Sustainable Development Goal number 16, 16.2 to be exact, it also refers to protecting children from abuse. So let's think about it in a real-world construct. If we were to walk into a newsagent and see the bottom shelf lined with extreme content, lined with adult pornography, lined with torture magazines, lined with self-harm guides, and we saw children thumbing through them, would we be concerned about that? But effectively, this is what's happening online. So what I would like to do is actually to use this platform, this working group here, to actually call for an amendment to the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, to actually bring that convention, which was formulated in 1989, to bring it into an age of technology where we can actually incorporate the rights of a child in a cyber context, or the cyber rights of a child.